Hey guys, it is Scott the Steehnroller Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. It's Monday. It's the national championship. How about 4 picks, huh? How about we do a little Fab Four today? But before we get rolling on that, I have a request. If you like what we're doing here, if you appreciate the effort, we'd love for you to hit that like button, smash that thumb, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing that. We appreciate it, and there you go. Helps us a lot when you do those kind of things. Of course, if you're looking for the best premium plays, that's winnersandwhiners.com. Click on the Experts tab. Take a look at the records, see who's hot, see who's not, and see who you might want to ride a little bit. Yours truly, and see, I haven't even mentioned this. I've been on a 10-2 run in NFL totals with, and I've got. Could be in trouble tonight, though. It's about 5 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. I've got the over in the Buffalo game. Going to have to pedal hard to get me home. We'll see what happens. So, anyway, NFL, it'll be done in about 45 minutes or so. And then we'll be thinking about the college game. And that's what we're going to talk about right here. Is I'm going to reveal my 4 favorite prop plays for this game. How about that? All right, let's get started here. We'll go with I'm going to kind of reverse order here. I'll save the big one for the end. First of all, we're going to go Romeo Odunze over 89.5 receiving yards. That is at Caesars. And that's actually been changed. Is that still good? Yeah, that's still good. All right. 89.5 receiving yards Caesars. I conflated it with my other pick there. Minus 115 at Caesars. This is kind of a no-brainer for me. He's exceeded that mark in 11 of his 14 games this season. He's got 100 or more in past 5 games. And Michigan's pass defense, of course, is very good. But you know who carved him up? The other great receiver in this country, Marvin Harrison Jr., put up big numbers against them. I think they do the same in this one. Give me a Romeo Odunze over 89.5 receiving yards. This is the one I probably like the best. And of course, you're laying 150, so it should be the best one. But this is absolutely my favorite play. That's a Michigan team total over 3.5 touchdowns. It's minus 150 at DraftKings. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not sure how this doesn't hit. If you think the Michigan D steps up, and first of all, if you think that Washington is going to do their thing, I would consider playing the over. I think this is a very correlated game. I think if Michigan wins, it goes under. I think if Washington wins, it goes over. All right. So this is kind of keep you, if you think the defense does a great job against that Washington offense and shuts them down, you can still get on the over here, 3.5 touchdowns. I honestly don't know how it doesn't hit because it's just this Washington defense is awful. All right. They're just, they're not awful, but they're not great. In fact, here's a little fun fact for you. If they win the national championship, Washington, they'll be the first team since 1950 to win the national championship with an SP plus defense outside of the top 30. That was Oklahoma, by the way, the Bud Wilkinson days, I would assume there, just before they went on their hellacious run. SP plus, by the way, we talked about it before. Bill Simmons came up with that when he was working over at Football Outsiders in 2008. Basically, it's a thing that adjusts for tempo and opponents and your opponent, the quality of your opponent, and it's supposed to give you a more accurate measure of efficiency. And it kind of makes sense because if you've got 2 teams that average 400 total yards per game, one of them runs 65 plays, the other one runs 53. You got to see which one of those numbers are not created equal. So that's kind of what this kind of delves into. And of course, on the other side of the ball, it flips for the defenses. And you've also got the pass rush for Michigan. That's what I wanted to talk about. Very, very good pass rush. Very top defense in the country. No question about that. But this is a Washington offensive line that is outstanding. Gave up just 9 sacks in 14 games. And the offensive line was the Joe Moore Award winner. You not know what that is? I didn't know until I started looking at this game. That is the award given for the best offensive line in college football. So the bottom line for me is I think this is a top-notch play with Michigan. No matter how you think it goes, if the defense shuts them down, they're going to score. And if Washington scores, if it turns into a shootout, they're still going to score. So Michigan team total over 3.5 touchdowns. Big fan of that one. Penix over 292.5 passing yards. Again, kind of correlated with Odunze. If I'm playing Odunze, I'm probably going to play this one too because, well, who's throwing him the ball? Michael Penix is. Over 292 is minus 110 at FanDuel. He has averaged 332 yards per game so far. He has exceeded the total of 292.5 in 10 of his 14 games this season. Of course, he does have two of the best receivers in the game in Odunze and Polk. They have 2,665 yards combined. By the way, their number 3 and 4 receivers combined for another grand, and you get about another 600-700 from their 2 tight ends. So plenty of options there for Penix. I think this is a game where Washington is a marginal run team at best. I think in this Michigan defense, it's going to be passing. All right, and finally, we're going to take a little plus money play here. We're going to take Blake Corum to score the first touchdown. Now, you can get Blake Corum to score the first Michigan touchdown at plus 160 if you want, but if you want to get him as the first overall touchdown scorer, you got to have a little gamble in you because obviously Washington get the ball first. He may never touch the ball before his touchdown scored, so that's your gamble there. However, if you are willing to gamble a little bit, you can get plus 360 at DraftKings, so you can get better than double your money. For me, that seems like an overlay. If you're getting plus 160 for one team, it ought to be plus 320, but that's not how it works out. So we're going to take plus 360. Blake Corum, is probably, you hear a lot about Penix and Odunze and all that, Michigan defense. But Blake Corum kind of gets lost in the shuffle at times. He already has the most rushing touchdowns in Michigan history. He scored at least one touchdown in every single game this season, and he has scored multiple touchdowns in 9 of 14. So, the deal. It's not going to be a case of if he scores a touchdown. It's going to be when he scores a touchdown. You want to take a little spin for some pizza money and says one of those touchdowns comes early? Let's do it. Blake Corum, first touchdown scorer, plus 360. And we're going to take Rome Odunze over 89.5 receiving yards, minus 115. Michigan team total over 3.5 touchdowns. And Michael Penix over 292.5 of passing yards. That is your Fab 4 prop-tastic plays for this game. Good luck to everybody. I'm dying to know how you guys got this one capped out. It seems to be about 50-50 everywhere. So let me know in the comment section who you got. What are you on? You got a total, you got a side, you got a favorite prop. Drop it in there. And, we should see how that goes. Should be a fun game, but, every time you think it should be a fun game, it's a stinker. We'll see what happens. But, the important thing is we got there and we win a shit ton of money. All right? Guys, have a great day. Good luck tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.